Hello, everyone. Welcome to Healing is Power. I pray that everyone's doing well out there on this beautiful Sunday evening. I have an amazing guest with me this evening, Mr. Lewis Harris. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm happy for the opportunity to be able to be on the show and share not only the healing powers of love, but wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being on here with me this evening. Um, so, can you just start out telling the listeners, who's Lewis Harris and tell us about, where it all started, your upbringing, just tell us about you.
So, Lewis Harris, the model, is not only a father, but he's a military guy. I did
Oh,
11. I did 11 years in the military. I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and been on three different deployments during the war in Iraq, Iraq for Justice, Iraq for Freedom, and for every deployment, I got a kid to match. So I've just been blessed to be able to motivate people on a higher scale because when you dedicate your life, not only sacrificing for other people, you learn just how powerful you can be by being an inspiration to help people grow.
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. That's what really got me into doing this podcast, Healing is Power, because believe it or not, I'm still in the healing process. I went through a lot of things in my life, and hearing other people's story and them giving advice to people, based on what they've gone through, that's very therapeutic. If I can help, helping people is therapeutic for me. So, you know, it's a
It's always it's always about being able to share.
hmm
Other people may want that knowledge. Other people may want that love. Other people may need it to hear it. So they can go through their healing
right, right. What inspired you? Who or what inspired you getting into modeling?
process. My kids.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Ever since they were babies, they always said, Dad, you're a handsome person. So I just decided one day that I would step in and I would jump into this modeling thing and hit the ground first. And since day one, it's been a blessing. I've had the opportunities to be on 42 different covers, 42 different magazines. I've been to Milan, Manila, I've been to Palma, Magazine, Dubai. I've been to a lot of different fashion shows since the time I stepped into this thing.
Wow, wow. What around what year did you start modeling? Like, how long have you been modeling?
I've been modeling since 2013, so it's been almost
Okay.
10 years.
Oh, nice, nice. That's a good little minute. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been a blessing. I mean, it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's not just about the money or the exposure. Sometimes it's about being able to give something back. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I also wanted to ask you real quick, how long have you known Mike the model?
Man, I've known Mike the model since like 2014. I've known Mike for a long time. Yeah, he's pretty much like a little brother. You know, um, Even before he started modeling, I had told him, I said, listen, if you really want to dig in, find the right photographers, start approaching them, find the right brands, do what you have to do to be who you want to be. And he took my advice, he
Mhm.
invested in himself, and, he's been an inspiration to others ever since that day. And I love to see, somebody I was close enough to be able to touch them, for them to be great. It's just blessing.
Yes, yes. I love greatness. I love people that are, you know, trying to get out here and slay their goals and achieve what they want to achieve. I love that.
It's all part of our process. It's all part of our process to be better every day.
Every day, better yourself. Absolutely. Besides modeling, and I know you kind of touched on that a few seconds ago. Besides modeling, what are some other projects that you're currently working on?
So I've been working on. finishing off my album, Unwritten Scripture. So before I decided to leave them separate with modeling and music, my rap name has always been OW. It used to be Toe, but now it's OW because I was at a competition and there was a dude named O-Dub and T-Dub. And I was like, yeah, I'll change it. I mean, I may even do a Diddy thing and just change it to Louis Harris straight out because, you know, I want to be different. I want to step away. But yeah, right now we're working on Unwritten Scriptures. Portraits of Kingpin came out last year. The year before that, Memoirs of Hustler came out. Then the year before that, we had the Royalty Ghost album. Took some time off in between all of that. Put out the Perfecting album, and in 2010, first original album without me being signed to any labels or anybody controlling what I could say was Kingpin Music. That's even to this day, it's still the one and only undefeated
album. Wow, I gotta listen to it one day. You gotta send it to me so I can check it out. I love
it. Well, my music is hip hop country rap tunes. That's what I'll call it. Because it's not fast paced. It's not everything has to be about killing. None of that. You know, my music, it's all about jamming, having a good time, living a great life.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't always have to have all the profanity and all that stuff. You know, if you can just get on the mic and just, you know, just rap about life and, you know, stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I have a song called Tears in the Rain that was on the Professional album. And Tears in the Rain was about your military decisions. You know, nobody stands with you when you make the decision to change your life. Because people are upset that you want to change your life. You got to think about all the people you grew up with that were mad when you made a decision to change.
Right.
So while it's raining and you standing there alone, those tears in the rain, nobody sees them because they think that it's rain. They think that it's just rain coming down their face. They don't see those tears. They don't know that those are real tears.
Right.
So it's
gotta check that out.
So it's about picking your head up and just going with it. You know.
As you know, my podcast is about, you know, healing and, you know, life and how life can kind of treat us and stuff like that. So from your own personal experience, can you tell the listeners how you've dealt with pain and how you've healed, and what can you tell people out there, you know, that's struggling with, you know, whether it's forgiveness, healing? What can you tell the listeners from your personal perspective on how life has been through?
So what I want to tell the listeners is, I lost my brother almost 4 years ago. He was murdered. They sprayed the car. My brother died. And then a year later, my father went through so much pain and remorse he couldn't deal with it, and he overdosed. I want to tell people that no matter how hard it gets, no matter the struggle, no matter how much pain you endure, if you stay focused enough to continue to keep pushing, there is something so much greater after this storm. And it ain't just a rainbow, it's greatness. As long as you lift your head up through all of it, it's gonna be hard. But if you believe in God and you trust God, and you go through it, you know, head up, chest out, that's what you will achieve goals that are just, it's an abundance of goals that you can achieve if you just trust that going through that storm is going to make you a better person. It's going to make you strong. It's going to give you all of the pain are lessons. All of the hurt and struggles and adversity are all challenges to give you awareness to the next moves you should make to be who you really need to be.
Yes,
And
yes, I definitely agree with
and I'll tell the listeners, you have it in you. It ain't on you. It's in you. You have it in you to be great.
Yeah, just like I was telling you this morning, I'm let the listeners know, I woke up this morning to the building and actually abandoned. The building in front of my apartment building, caught on fire, and we just barely made it out. And I knew I had this interview um, this evening, and I was like shook up for most of the day, but I said, you know what, this is what I love to do. I mean, regardless of what life has thrown at me today, I'm going to do this interview because I'm not going to lie. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be in the mood to do this because of what happened, but I said, no, you do what God sent you to do and you be great at it. And just thank God that you are alive, that, you got out in time. So,
Like I said, you're handling this adversity, chin up, head up, face forward, chest out, ready for whatever comes your way.
yes.
And that's more than, hey, and that's more than just healing. That's blessing too.
Yeah, definitely.
That is always blessing. You know when you bless because you challenge everything that's been coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Anything that came at you, they thrown it and they thrown it. You picked it up and you said, hey, I'm going to make seeds with everything that you've thrown in me. And I'm going to continue to plant these gifts and watch them grow. That's always going to be the hardest part because no matter what they keep throwing, you don't know how deep to dig to plant this thing. You never do. But you get it right because it always grows because you're going to nurture yourself. You're always going to nurture yourself.
Yeah. Definitely. We have no choice in this life but to get this wrong. And like I said, keep pushing. We have no choice.
That's what makes our days go by. That's what makes everybody's day go by. When you get up when you get up for work sometimes and you working that 9 to 5 and you don't want to do it, then you turn your head and you look at those pictures of those 3 beautiful people that's awaiting you when you get home. You don't challenge that. You go take care of business because you know when you get home it's first because they don't just appreciate you, they love you for who you are. And that's not gonna change.
No, not at all. So I wanted to ask you, do you have any regrets in life, or do you wish you could do like anything different, like in your younger life? And if so, what is it?
I have no regrets. Everything that was put in front of me was God's plan and His design, and I'm gonna follow it.
I agree. I feel the same way. Someone asked me the same thing, and I said, no, everything that happened in my life was a part of my story, and it made me who I am today.
That's the reason for the album, Unwritten Scriptures. You can't write stuff. It writes itself.
Yeah. At the moment, is there anything special that comes to your spirit that you want to share with the listeners? Just anything.
The only thing that I want to share with the listeners from my heart is if you have children and you're a father, I don't care about the child support that you pay. I don't care about how much you and your baby mama are. Please listen to me, fellas. Them kids are going to choose you every chance they get if you just give them your time, your effort, and you let them know that you love them with no bounds, no mistake made. Let them know how much you care about them, especially if you're a gentleman who's a non-custodial parent. Do not be afraid to love these kids as much as they love you. Because if you don't give them the time in their life, they're going to be different people and they're going to change on you as they get older. These are people you're going to need because they're not just your kids, they're your best friends too. So, love them, party with them, kick it with them, enjoy them because they're part of who you are. And the money from child support doesn't exclude you from doing your job. You still have to be the person that they look up to. Because if you don't step in their life and be the man that they look up to, these other guys that they date won't be the men that you're going
to. That's really deep. And I appreciate you sharing that. That's deep. That's really deep. And I hope that, this reaches a lot of, fathers out there. Thank you for that.
No problem. I've dedicated my life to my kids. Literally, they'll tell you.
Well, that's great. That's great. That's a beautiful thing, being a parent it's a beautiful thing. It's tiresome, it's stressful, but it's worth it.
The hard part's done when they're not 5 and 6 no more. They become teenagers. That's when it's party time.
Yeah, I have two queens. I have two girls, almost 14 and almost 11, and I love them with every breath of me. I can't explain how much I love them.
So,
what advice would you give anyone out there that's getting into the modeling game, music game? What advice would you give them?
The hardest part is contract. Look at your contract. Don't just jump in because you think the upfront money is great. Look at your contract. Understand your contract. Get you an entertainment lawyer. Even if it's a small fee for a consultation, pay for that consultation. It will save you so much grief. Also, always be professional. Show up on time, do what you have to do, and leave before everybody else. Don't drink, no drugs, no nothing. Come ready to work, walk away as a professional. You stay around and lingering, it's gonna mess up all of the things that you want that's in front of you. So be professional, just be coherent in understanding that this is a job. It's not just about the pleasure, it's a job.
Yeah. You definitely got to be about your business and about, what you're trying to do. You can get caught up real easily. I read a lot of stuff in the entertainment, world. A lot of craziness.
Oh yeah, because the entertainment world is not just a place of greatness. It's a place of darkness as well.
Absolutely. I won't touch on that, but you already know you already know what's out there.
Oh yeah, I was signed to Universal when I was like 19. I know what's out
there. Do you have shout outs to anybody? If so, shout them out. Anybody that you just want to, give some love out to.
So I want to give a shout out to my son, Lewis Jr., Daddy's replica, my doppelganger, continue to be great. I want to give a shout out to my daughter, Maya. Keep smiling. I'm about to be a senior. My daughter, Serena. One of the most crazy, amazing, cool gymnasts I ever met. I want to shout out to Unique Promotions. Continue to keep promoting. Don't stop. You're doing a great job. We're continuing to push. Give a shout out to my brother in modeling and in fashion and in music, Mike the Model. I told you that you would break ground if you were focused. And I love you for that, bro. Continue to grow. And I want to give a shout out to you as well, because without you, I don't think people would get the words of understanding and healing and know that other people may go through the same things they go through, but we all push through. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. So I want to also ask you, what clothing lines do you model for? Like, do you kind of do like Michael, just do like all Black clothing line, or do you kind of?
So I've modeled just like me and Mike. We've modeled for a lot of Black clothing lines. I've modeled for Givenchy as well. I've modeled for a couple of urban clothing lines back home from where I'm from, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with Johnny Walker's, Shards. I've modeled for a lot of different companies. And I also have my own clothing line, which is Kingpin's Crown Clothing. So I've done my Kingpin's Crown Clothing.
Okay.
And my daughters, they're doing their own thing called the Young Sisters Crown Clothing. We just gotta launch it and get it off the ground, and we all gonna put it together. We gonna model it too. It's about promotion.
I look forward to seeing that. You got to share the link and everything with me. I definitely will support.
Oh yeah. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. Like I said, it's all about sharing that love. You know, if we can come together, we can heal. And there's just so many great things that we can do if we just remember that we're all human. We all need love. You know.
Yeah, like, you know, I tell people there's so many people in the world today, even way before COVID hit, you know, that they don't know how to release pain. They don't know how to release hurt. And, you know, that's where all this suicide comes from, murders, suicide, all kind of stuff, you know, because they don't have an outlet.
And they take that outlet and they use it in anger. Instead of using that outlet, instead of doing something positive, they do it in anger because they don't have someone there to guide them or give them that they want.
Yeah. And I tell people to, you know, pray. Read your Bible scriptures, you know, talk to God. A lot of people don't know how to pray. It took me a long time to learn how to pray. You know, I didn't have it in me.
Yeah, meditation is always great.
That's true. I share a lot of meditation videos too.
Take your time, sit back, clear your mind, and you'll get that understanding. I mean, sometimes you got to talk to yourself in the mirror. Because the person in the mirror, sometimes the person in the mirror is who the issue is with. And you got to talk to them to get it right. Yeah. That's really sometimes what it really is. You have to know what you want, and you got to go through it, you know?
Tell the listeners where they can find you on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Where can they find you?
So you all can find me at Lewis Harris, the model, 2 on Instagram, or just Lewis Harris, the model. You'll be able to find me at Lewis Harris on Facebook. I have 2 pages. So you'll be able to find Lewis Harris, the model page, and Lewis Harris. If you're looking for my music, you can go on iTunes and you can type in ODUBBY. That is ODUBBY. You'll be able to, you know, preview the music, enjoy. I mean, it's a party.
Yeah, I definitely got to check it out soon.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for me. And you know, and I will say for all of the fans that are listening, continue pushing. You know, ain't nothing can stop you but you. Just continue pushing, and you'll be successful.
I say that all the time. Only you can get in the way of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you so much for being on my podcast today. You guys can find Healing is Power. I'm now on iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. Anyone out there listening, Healing is Power is on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music.
I love it.
Thank you so much, Lewis, for being on here, and I appreciate you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. It was such an honor, and hopefully we can do it again sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
All right, well, you take care.
All right, you too. Be blessed.
You too.